What was interesting about this one is that when they took the picture and whatnot, they said, "Oh, you need to dress up." I'm like, "Dress up? How?" And they had a box of like hats and whatnot, and I'm like, "You pick." I'm gonna let her pick and whatnot, and she decides to go. I'm the biggest guy in the room because obviously a big American, and she goes, "Let's put you as a giraffe." So I'm wearing like giraffe ears. It was still a unique experience, so I'm glad I went. So,
but with this anime, there's somebody's
gonna
There's gonna be a Saliva cafe.
They'll find.
I won't even go into the health risks here. They're gonna have to get all the girls gonna have to get certed. It's gonna be like the Las Vegas prostitution laws where they gotta get checked every 6 months. Okay, I'm going down a bad road, and we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
So.
Some other things I've watched recently. I'm absolutely in love with this series. I've been talking about it since the initial announcement came out. I actually really like the manga. It's called Sakimichi no Apollo, or Kids on the Slope.
Okay.
The premise is the 1960s. You have this main character, this guy, he's like 16 or whatnot, classically trained pianist, and through a random of things, he actually gets involved with this guy. He's kind of like a brute, and like a delinquent, I should say, but he's a jazz drummer, and slowly gets him involved with jazz. And it's them.
Oh, no wonder you love it.
Oh, I'm a musician. I'm a jazz musician, so I was like, okay, cool. Go check it out, and they're doing a lot of the classic standards. Someday My Prince Will Come, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, Moanin'. I mean, and they play these things so well. And during the performance scenes in almost every single episode, they rotoscoped the performers actually playing them, so it's spot on.
So it's kind of like the guitar scenes in Metalocalypse, only with jazz.
Mm-hmm. So the animation is great. The storyline is very. I would say heartwarming at times. It's a classic, guy likes girl likes other guy, the girl comes back to like the guy and goes back and forth. I can go along with it. Here's the two main draws for me. One is it's directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, famously known for directing Cowboy Bebop. And the music is by another Cowboy Bebop alum, the legendary Yoko Kanno.
Okay, I was like, you just got my attention. You just got my attention.
Yeah. I actually,
as a drummer and as a Kano fan, you completely got my attention.
It's so amazing. It is awesome. Especially, it was like episode, I think, 8. It doesn't give anything away in terms of the storyline and whatnot. There's, a festival going on, and what turns into, an issue and like, power went out, we can't do anything, turned into the drummer and the pianist actually doing this like 3.5 minute medley of like 4 different classic tunes, and it's one of the best renditions I have. Well, you won't worry about that. Okay. It's one of the best renditions I have ever heard in recent memory, and it's in an anime, and it's incredible. The OST is awesome. It's a must buy. Go watch it on Crunchyroll. They're on episode 9 now.
Okay.
So plus I'm watching other stuff like Monotu Pirates and a couple other things. So
is that Bodacious Space Pirates?
Yeah, Monotu Pirates is Bodacious Space Pirates. Say what you will about the
title.
I
haven't seen it. Yeah, the title's amusing.
The title's amusing, and it's cute.
Okay.
Nothing really deep, but it's cute. The animation is nice.
Is it a fan service anime?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. High school girls. What do you expect?
Are we talking fan service-y in the sense of
it's not Golden Boy level.
No, God, no. No, not Golden Boy.
I know those.
Oh, that's nice. No, the Van Dread. Are we talking like Van Dread level?
Kind of like Van Dread level, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's worth it. You guys can check it out. It's fun. It's also on Crunchyroll, and I think on the Anime Network as well.
Okay.
QB Jackson in the chat. Ever listen to Wynton Marsalis? Love Wynton Marsalis. Actually, the entire Marsalis family. When they're in town, I go see them. I go broke to do so, but whatever. They're awesome.
Okay.
I actually have a good amount of his CDs. Wynton Marsalis, The Big Fat Band, Gordon Goodwin, and I can go through the whole jazz thing. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I think that almost wraps it up.
Okay.
I mean, do we have anything else we want to talk about in 3 minutes?
In 3 minutes? Like we talked about earlier, it's just a great time to be a nerd.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It is a fantastic time to be a nerd.
Yeah, they're actually marketing to nerds these days. It's weird.
Granted, you get the hipster nerds and tied in with that, but you have to take the good with the bad.
I was a fan before fandom was cool. I know everything that Star Trek happened and all the stuff in Star Wars. God damn it, really?
Star Trek 6 was not happening in Star Trek 3. I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, it was Star Trek 5 that didn't happen. Where we answer the question why God needs a starship. Yes.
Because he wants to go driving down this trip for chicks.
That's right. The old sparkle, the old shower of sparkles and ravaging as a cuttlefish just doesn't work anymore.
I still think there needs to be a fighting game out there of all the gods. I need to have Cthulhu fight the great spaghetti monster in the sky.
Flying spaghetti monster versus Cthulhu.
Have you been touched by his newly appendage?
Not that I'm willing to admit with my fiance in there. No, seriously though. I have something else we can mention. Speaking of Star Trek, did you hear who got cast as the villain for the new movie?
No.
Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch from Sherlock.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
You know how I found out? I was listening to the Nerdist podcast with
the Nerdist, yeah.
Yeah, the Nerdist podcast with Chris Hardwick, and he interviewed Brent Spiner.
Nice.
And Brent Spiner was apparently doing dinner out to dinner with Patrick Stewart after he'd gotten knighted. And Cumberbatch walks up to him and goes, I have to ask you a question. Or, I'd like to talk with you at some point. And Patrick Stewart, call me later, whatever. And he's like, no, we need to ask you now. And he's like, okay. He's like, yeah, I just got cast as the new villain in the new Star Trek movie. And I need to know, is this going to ruin my career?
Typecast.
And Stewart gave whatever gracious answer Stewart usually gives. But Brent Spiner was, yes, you will never work again.
Hey, it can be all that bad. I mean, look at Will Wheaton. I love Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton's awesome.
Will Wheaton's a good, now that he's grown up a bit, he's great. When I knew him, he was a dick.
He was a kid.
Yes. That didn't stop him from being a dick. Want me to tell you the drunken Ren Fair stories about Will Wheaton
we'll have to do that in another
1990 Ren Fair. Yeah. Anyway.
Right. I think that's it for this episode.
I think we're going to stop there.
I like this. The whole thing was just freeform, going around and having
get a couple
fun,
ideas
talk
what we
people
want
in
to
the
talk
chat.
about. Did you guys, for those of you who watched this last week, was this a little smoother flowing for y'all, I hope?
I think it's a little bit smoother for us for the sole fact we're in the same room. There's not that half a second to a second delay.
Even with a half second delay, we'll make it work.
Yeah, we'll find a way.
Next week, by the way, I won't be here. I
will
be back at
my
home. The line will be here again. So the leveled audio is very nice. Thank you very much for noticing that, HPL. I got to figure out who the hell HPL is. Anyway,
reveal thyself.
Come forth, I do summon thee. Points if you get that. Anyway, if you know what it's from. You know, because I've told you. Do you remember?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot now.
You're right, I am. I'm going to test your nerd button.
Good night, everybody.
All right, we'll wrap it there. Okay, guys, thank you very much. And Jason in a sock puppet.
Pretend I'm not here.
What's up? Anyway, okay, so thank you very much, guys. I think we're going to wrap it there, and somewhere in here we're going to fade out the black and go...
Yeah, we'll do a shot at the end. I'll put it in post.
Yeah, okay.
So,
hey, we have an intro this week.
Hey.
Syphil and Ollie.
The Syphil and Ollie show?
Okay. Yeah, okay. I think I know what they're referring to. So this week we had an intro.
Intro's good.
Next week, lower thirds?
Maybe. If Photoshop stops being a dick, but...
Just give me the damn templates and I'll do it. My Photoshop behaves.
All right, fine. All right, everybody. Thank you very much
for joining us, guys. And we will talk to you next week.
All right.
Bye. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay.
And scene.
We're going to do that again. All right, turn it off. Push the button.
Aw, no post show?
We can post show if you want.
We've been doing this for an hour. I think it's let's quit while we're ahead.
Yeah, let's quit while we're ahead before we start getting really raunchy.
All right, everybody.
Later, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.